Start your career path or change direction to a new profession today. Iona graduate students earn degrees that command respect in the real world. Their expert academic advisors and personalized graduate programs will enable you to move your career and the world in a positive direction. Information sessions are on February 10th at Iona's New Rochelle campus and February 12th at their Rockland campus. For more information, visit iona.edu/graduate or call 800-231-IONA.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Trifecta Live on WICR. And we got a couple special guests in the booth today.
Yes, indeed.
Got a couple special guests. We got my man Brent Benson in the back, and we got...
You got to make sure you get that man right, man. That's Brent Benson from Reed Space, a.k.a. Courts, man. Get his accolades, man. You got to show love to my brother,
right.
man. I love you, man. I love y'all guys.
Got the promotion recently.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. I love you, brother. You're my brother for life.
And remember, I met you through... This is love, man. This is how it's supposed to be.
So introduce yourself.
My name is Amir, man, a.k.a. the 25th Hour, man. I mean, locally, people know me. Beyond that, people know me as well. You know, signed to Tommy Boy, Warner Brothers prior.
Hey.
Now we got this new project, Peace Beloved. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. I know you done see me on MTV. You done see me on This Is 50. You done see me on Nah Right. You done see me on Two Dope Boys. You see me here with my peoples. You understand? You see me with Brent Benson. You know it's time to get it. Let's just do what we do, fam. What's up? You see me here with my man. We on.
All right. And he's gonna and we got a treat for you guys later at the end. He got a surprise for you guys.
Yeah, man. We got that Peace Beloved, sponsored by my man,
Hey.
Courts, man. We out here.
All right. Well, let's get into music news. First topic on at hands is little feud we got going on. I don't know if you heard about it. It's Young Thug versus Lil Wayne.
Is that really a feud?
It's sort of getting there. It's sort of brewing a little bit. We have Young Thug coming out with the Barter 6 on Friday, April 17th. And Lil Wayne was actually at a show, and he had little choice words to say about Young Thug and Rich Gang and Birdman. And I can't repeat that, but it was really basically saying forget them, and it's gonna be little problems. Then Young Thug actually was on an Instagram video. He was like, young Lil Wayne is his idol, so he's not gonna go against him and all that. Now, do you believe those words?
I mean, no disrespect. Matter of fact, I don't care if it's disrespect or respect to as far as Young Thug, man. I think he's kind of androgynous, and on top of that, I'm not really a fan of that type of depiction of my people. You understand? Like, you approach that guy with a serious question, and ever since he put up "We Getting Money," and what do you say, Brent? We getting money. That's it. Iced out.
Brown joint and all that.
Yeah. He lost.
He was like, we getting all this money. We gonna be signing up. Yeah, that was clown. But
clown.
But you gotta look at it like this though. Remember when Wayne dropped 500 Degrees when he coming at Juvie?
Yeah.
Your boy Chasing Cash. He put this on Twitter earlier today. He's like, yo, this is like karma. You feel me? When he did that.
Yo, know what?
That's a nice little gem.
Know what? I like that. I like that stand. And historically, you are accurate. So I will never.
Like, you play
I
the
cannot
game,
minimize that. I cannot
play
minimize what you just said, brother. I have to support that stand and that argument. But
I see a little differently because Young Thug was talking about dropping the Carter 6 through 10, and if he's talking about Lil Wayne being his idol, it's not his place to do that. If that's his idol, it's one thing if he's coming at Lil Wayne or something like that. I mean, either way, I'll call it corny. But this is my idol, so I'm gonna make the Carter 6 through 10. Like come on, homie. And then the fact that the album cover art was him being naked, and and the Carter 6 coming out of his schlong, I didn't mess with that. Like, it's just disrespect.
But barring that though, like, why is it cool for Jay to drop the Blueprint 1, 2, and 3 when KRS already put an album out that had the Blueprint?
Yo, I like my man's knowledge of the game. My man know his thing. He know his thing.
These are really good arguments. These are really great
arguments.
No,
because I think what happens here, man, is when people pick up and they start talking about hip-hop and they don't know the history of hip-hop, they're not hip-hop historians. They picked up hip-hop after Pac and Big.
Yeah.
This hip-hop thing has been around since the 70s, man, 30, 40 years. I don't know everything myself, but I make it my business to kind of know the history of what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And Brent made up, to support my brother, my Fordham brother, my collegiate brother. We all brothers, and being critical thinkers here in this room. I think that, and hip-hop lovers and advocates, and activists of sorts. I just think that, those points are very valid. And, and I'm never going to retract what I said. I'm just saying, for instance, but that is an accurate depiction. I like that stand because the Blueprint, KRS did really do that. But as an idol, art must go on. You understand what I'm saying? It's very sticky and touchy. I don't take it personal. But I can see why Wayne would take it personal because how close it is with Birdman and the relationships.
Yeah.
And we don't know the conversations that have been had behind, those Instagram pictures and pics and those closed doors. So it's a very sensitive situation.
Yeah, that relationship, that's like a father and son
that's very
relationship.
deep.
So you can't. That's for us to be even like talking about that. It's kind
way
of
more
touchy.
deeper than the music. You know what I'm saying? It's way more deeper than the music. In my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean,
like, it hurts that man.
Yeah, that man.
It feels like he's been replaced. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
never. I don't think he feel like he's been replaced. He can never replace Wayne. He hasn't sold it. Let's really be clear. Young Thug has not sold that album yet.
Yes.
True.
He has no numbers on the board, fam.
Now he got some hit singles.
Hit singles, yes. But we talking about a
a
complete project where he's had the game on tilt. Wayne
had the game on tilt with mixtapes.
Yes, Wayne is iconic. I'm just gonna give him. Wayne is unarguably iconic. A southern, not only a southern iconic artist, but in hip hop. He's made iconic moves, and he's actually, in my eyes, iconic status. I'm not a fan or a super duper fan, but I cannot take away what he's done underground, and I can't take away what he's done above ground, commercially, and in the streets as well. So I my hat tip to him. We all made bad choices, but Wayne, he can't even. They shouldn't even be in the same conversation as far as artistic ability.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I'm not a Lil Wayne fan. I'm notoriously, have a lot of criticism towards Wayne and stuff like that. But I respect. He's one of the most talented artists of his day and age. I just feel he's a little bit misdirected because sometimes he put the best quality music.
I like how you put that.
And stuff, but he's one of the most talented artists of his day and age in terms of punchlines and freestyling it goes. And Young Thug would never be on that.
100% behind you on that.
Now, we can't say never, but
I won't say never. But
we can't say never, but so far we don't see it. I don't see it, but he does make Young Thug. Let's not to knock Young Thug. He makes some good turn up music. I mean, I support the homie because he's paying forth his art. You can't disrespect that.
You know what? I like that.
So will you be listening?
Okay, I respect it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. I respect. I love conversation like this, man. We don't get these conversations a lot, and these conversations are what need to be had in the culture. So go ahead, brother. I'm just happy, man, and I'm rejoicing because I like hearing y'all talk, man.
All right, no problem, man. No,
Speaking of which, we're gonna hop on to a little bit of news about Meek Mill's "Gene Worth More Than Money" album.
I like my man.
I wish it came out. Oh my god, son.
I was ready to hear the album because I'm very critical of Meek Mill. Everybody knows that, but I was like, I'm gonna hear this album. Hopefully, it's good this time around.
He said, "Oh God," he said it wasn't
disagree with me on
that.
But it didn't drop today. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but
Man, when that album dropped, the streets is gonna feel it.
Yo,
you really think
he gonna
so?
talk? Yo, we had this conversation. We had this conversation through our group text. Yo, y'all know how I feel about Meek. Meek is gonna touch the streets with us.
I don't know. I feel like Meek.
We need you more.
I feel like I don't know. Like I'm kind of like because after the last couple joints, I wasn't really feeling Meek.
So you wasn't feeling the ice cream freestyle?
Let me ask you a question.
I had an argument about this.
Okay,
today
I'm gonna ask you.
Daquan talk about Dream Chasers 3 was amazing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
It was subpar.
Okay, I want to ask y'all a quick question. When did you start listening to Meek Mill?
After Dream Chasers 2.
Okay, so it's safe to say that you're not really a hardcore fan,
exactly.
but you're a listener, not a fan.
I listen to,
Okay, so my hip hop resume dates back to 2007. You understand what I'm saying? Being in the studio with. I don't like name dropping doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, everybody know my relationship to the Heatmakers and guys like that have done legendary hip hop production from Pete to whoever. We was in the studio. I remember Cassidy used to run with. He brought Meek with him to the studio. Dirty Braids, the whole nine. I'm talking about that era when Meek was doing Flamers. I told dudes in the studio. I said, "Yo, he's like Neo in the Matrix of Philly. If Philly was the Matrix by itself, he's one of the Neos. You can have more than one Neo, and this is art." My thing is, despite the odds, tremendous bounce. Philly has a tremendous pool of MCs with amazing bounce on records. Amazing, the way they jab and stab at records is, I like, probably one of the most. That city probably has come up with some of the most impeccable flows ever implemented into hip hop outside of New York. And and I will even go to bat that they're flow wise, not always bars. Flow wise, they're the next. If they're the brother sister city of hip hop to me, because Meek and the Roots and come on, man, this guy, his flow is amazing. I mean, fam, the dude came, I feel some kind of the passion. He does this like he's an MC. Like people sleeping, but the boy is really an MC. Okay, his tapes are one thing, but he came up through the battle circuit and was able to make that evolutionary to evolve into an artist that can make street radio records, because he has yet to go platinum and barely went gold. So when you have guys like a Kendrick or a J. Cole, these guys don't have that radio support, but their album sales show that shows like this, guys like us, support the real. So this is needed. There's a difference between being underground and on the ground. And that's how I would define myself and a lot of other artists. But Meek, my hat goes off because he really grinded for everything he got, man. And he's taken a lot of punches and a lot of shots taken at him, and my hat to him.
And then let's not disregard that Dreams and Nightmares intro.
Yes.
One of the
It's one of the best. It's one of the
5 to 10 years.
Fam, that might be
right?
one. Fam, that is in the top 5. That's in the top
love that
5
song, by the way.
hip hop intros ever.
Yes.
That's
Ever?
Yes.
one of the top.
Even
5
when Jay-Z
intros.
came on that, that's in the Jay-Z category of intros.
For
Because
real, for real.
Jay has probably some of the illest intros ever known in hip hop.
I agree.
Fact of life.
Mm-hmm.
Meek is in competition with a Jay
He in
intro.
that- He in that conversation, son.
He's in that conversation with the best one of the best intros
Yo,
ever.
You laughing,
My-
but
my
the album came out 2008, 2009. We still rocking with it. It's 2015, son.
They came out 2012.
Facts.
22. I see you Brent put some years on it. 3 years and 9.
Still rocking with it. It don't matter.
2008, 2012. Now, I know we all have our different opinions, so I respect other people's opinions now. I'm a little more open-minded. Speaking of open-mindedness, Tyler Creator's new album dropped, Cherry Bomb.
5 covers.
Different albums,
Amazing.
5
anything
covers.
else?
That's amazing.
Shout out to Tyler.
5
great
covers is
artistry.
amazing.
That's great artistry in my opinion.
Also called Tyler Spotlight Artist of the Week and everything. Everybody heard the album. So what y'all think about it?
Honestly, I like the elements that was thrown into it. Punk fusion with NERD influence, like jazz and all that. My personal vendetta with the album is the mixing, and I know it was sort of his style. Like that's the style that he wanted to portray on his album. But in my opinion, like I couldn't. Like it took away the lyrics and the overall concept of songs because I couldn't understand what he was saying. But when I looked up the lyrics on Rap Genius, I started to appreciate the album more because I understood what he was saying. But my thing about the album is like I wish it was just had better mixing, like high quality mixing. But I understand that's the sound he was going for, which is very influenced by Def Grips and other noise bands and such. I like that Tyler's always left field with his art and. I think this album is gonna take a long time to be digested and appreciated by the public. I think it's still a great album in my opinion. And
When I first
I like your
heard,
synopsis of that, man. I like how you put that.
you,
I like how you put that because I'm not really a Tyler fan, but I'm not a Tyler hater. You understand?
Yeah, I feel
so
that
so
aspect.
so so I respect anybody that's able to put their art out, make a living, and make it work. Because clearly he figured out something a lot of people haven't, and he found his niche. So. I'm just not for the the buffoonery that I see sometimes surrounded around his his antics.
Yeah.
But artistically, you picked up on something that was very important. You said you were able to pull from his album the influences, the NERDs, the jazz fusion, etc. Now that same thing is what a Pharrell album would normally sound like.
It is.
I'm just throwing it out there.
It is.
Yeah.
So, but he's a
Preferably in search of.
That's his favorite artist.
In search of.
yeah, you can hear the Pharrell-esque moments. You know what I'm saying? But that's what art is, man. But I respect it, man. I think their whole little movement is ill. And the grungy, digging up your nose, booger fart music.
Booger fart music.
No, because they dig up their nose farting on Instagram.
he right.
It's the booger fart throw up
I've always
music.
been a
You know
big
what I'm saying?
Odd Future. Yeah, I've been a big Odd Future fan because I feel like they have something to the table that no other artist was doing at the time.
You're right. They're not afraid to be who they
Yeah,
are.
they
Yes,
sort of
facts.
like
And that's
Facts.
important.
like how Tribe came out in like '90. Like nobody had ever seen that before,
That's
in my
true, yeah.
opinion. That abstract rap. Like
Was
they
it really
sorta-
abstract rap? Because they was native tongue.
They was
Oh,
native
yeah,
tongue.
yeah,
The native tongue movement. Yeah, but I'm just adding
They
on.
they added something new to the game, just like in 2010, Odd Future had something new to the game. So that's why I always was a big fan of them because as compared to everybody else, like they stood out to me
Okay, I respect it.
and had colors in their image. So
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah.
I like your view on that.
Yeah, me personally, when I heard Cherry Bomb for the first time, I did not like it at all. And everybody knows me, I'm very critical of Tyler. That's because I love the guy. I like his music a lot. And I've been bumping him since high school. I love Goblin. That's the first time I ever heard from him. I really appreciate his artistry. I really appreciate his his dynamicism reminds me of a different kind of Kanye West in terms of evolution, in terms of his art.
That's a big stand. But
that.
that's a big stand. I like that. That's a big stand though.
I appreciate evolution. That's my big thing. And hearing the album the second time over, I really appreciate the album. And I really appreciate that Tyler has evolved as a writer more so. I noticed that the second time I'm hearing it. His punchlines actually he's accelerating at a vastly beyond the levels he was on Wolf, his last album.
I like your terminology.
He's out here talking about I'm trying to think of Tyler quotes right now because he has so many bars, man. He's out here talking about how I was Tyler O, but I have so much money. I call myself Tyler O,
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't hear stuff like that before, you know. And I feel like some people see going mainstream and stuff like that, but there's a certain type of writing where you feel inspired and you feel you want to take out all your competition. I feel like that's the level he's in right now because to have Kanye West and Lil Wayne on an Odd Future song is unheard of. And the fact that he kept up with Kanye and Lil Wayne at their best, by the way, on a song, Smuckers, by the way, is the name of the song, and he brought the best in them. And the only way you could bring out the best in two A-list rappers is to bring. Yeah, exactly. Because that makes them feel like, I got to step my game up. I'm not going to, because if you rapping 2 Chainz, ain't nobody going to sit here and try to, outbar you on a song. But if you out here
Hold on.
Don't violate 2 Chainz.
Hold on. Don't violate. No, don't violate Chainz, man. You forget. Hold on, stop. Let's pause that. We got to pause and stop there because I have to say something.
Go ahead.
That you forgetting. You are forgetting one verse that changed for everything in my life, man. It was that verse on Duffel Bag Boy.
Swerve.
The beat's so hot, the flow is so ice cold.
No, you got to. No, that verse was mean, fam. When he was Titty Boy, that verse, Player Circle, was mean.
But getting back to it, the first 5 songs, I don't like the mixing on it. As Paris said, I feel like it was too loud, and it could have been good on one song like Cherry Bomb or the first song. But the fact they did it for 5 songs straight, I didn't really feel that because I feel like the second half of the album didn't even sound like that. So it's like he had a division in the album and stuff like that. The thing is, rap is more sophisticated of a lyrical art than any other music form because there's a bunch of stanzas, flow, everything. And so there's one thing if you're singing or ad-libbing on a song that's where the instrumentals are overpowering your vocals. But you cannot have a rap verse because you're not understanding because the rap verse is important, integral to the song. You're not gonna be understand what they're saying if it's so much louder than your actual voice. So that's my problem with some of it. Overall, I like the album a lot.
Listen, I encourage y'all to start a blog, man. Yeah, I mean, outside of the radio show, this is just my jewel to you 2 guys, man, 3 guys. Start your blog, man, and y'all should start doing reviews, man, because it's very few guys that are articulate men of color that can sit up here, and I'm an artist. And your views and all of y'all views are absolute. I'm impressed, man. I think y'all should just start the blog, man. You could call it, whatever, man. But I'm encouraging you to do that.
Yeah, but quickly, my opinion on the album. When I first heard it, I liked it a lot. It really did remind me of an NERD album. It kind of. I'm going on record and say this is Tyler recreating In Search Of. Because he said that's one of his favorite albums ever.
Lap Dance reminds me of Def Camp reminds me of Lap Dance a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even call it a rap album either. I think it's a rock album.
It's a fusion.
It's
a fusion album.
Rap elements,
Yeah, punk.
I noticed that a lot.
But I like the album a lot. Smuckers is my favorite song on the album.
I gotta listen to it.
Kanye blacked out, and I've been critical of Kanye as of late. He blacked out on that song. Wayne blacked out. Tyler blacked out. It's a really good song. Yeah, I mean, it's a good album. I gave it a 9 out of 10 of the first listen. Going back, I gave it a 9 out of 10 again. So it's definitely up there with his previous work. With the mixing, it kind of dawned on me as you guys were saying it. Well, I'm taking this class at Fordham called Being and Becoming Black, and we kind of spoke about the D'Angelo album going back to last year, and there's kind of a mystery behind not being heard. Does he want to be heard in this album? Maybe that was the point. He doesn't want to be heard. Maybe he wants the element, the sound of the album to move you to do something. So maybe that's something to keep in mind as well, taking power out of his words instead of putting all the power into the words,
That just speaks of a good album. If it makes you think and reflect on it to that degree, then it means that shows how not only if it's just not good, but it shows how interesting an album is. Because the album could be bad but still be interesting. So it's pretty thought provoking.
I like how y'all talk, man.
I like how y'all do this. Tyler has that enigma, so anything could be anything. And there's a whole bunch of theories going on, saying, how does this album tie with the last week? Because there's that fan theme of the connection between his 3 previous albums. And now one thing I just want to say that I picked up on, the last song he says, that's a rap, and the whole thing is is like this thing called Moon Theater, and it's showing 3 viewings.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole thing is Cherry Bomb is like they're going to the movies to watch Bastard, Wolf, and Goblin.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it as.
That's a
That's a pretty good theory, man. I mess with that.
So
All in all, it's a good album. Shout out to Tyler. He did his thing, man. And shout outs to y'all for coming through. We're gonna come right back in a special segment. I'm gonna have my man Amir rap for y'all real quick in the special separate segment and all that. So stay tuned, man.
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned to Trifecta Live on WICR.